Hello all sentient beings and welcome to the Transmissions Podcast, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers! On this episode of Transmissions, Iron Factory releases final product images of Optimal Optimus. Takara Tomy is working on a Japanese exclusive train combiner, and Masterpiece Blackarachnia looks fantastic. Today is Christmas, 2019, and this is episode 361 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that doesn't believe in pre-recording shows, so we're working on Christmas. I'm your host Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Yusuf, better known as Yoshi.
Ho ho yo!
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Hi. Let's talk Transformers on this holiday day. That was smooth.
You nailed it, Jeremy. That's the best you've ever done.
Good job, me.
Smooth as broken glass. All right, on this very festive Christmas Day podcast, we of course want to again thank our lovely donatrions, those people who give us a Christmas gift all year round of contributing to the show and helping us keep the show going. So
what Charles is trying to say is thank you for your money.
Thank you for the support. It's not just money. It's more than money. Maybe that's all you care about.
Well, I just see the numbers go by and I know it's money. I don't know what you're looking at.
We're forgetting what Christmas is all about, the birth of Santa.
It's about giving to us the monies.
Anyway, thank you to everyone.
Did you see the birth of Santa? Yes,
you haven't watched. You have got to check out that Simpsons episode.
I guess I do.
It's an old joke. I didn't make it up.
Look, we have cracked many old jokes together. I just don't happen to know this one particular one.
I'm just saying, it's not. Don't give me credit for it.
Oh,
that's all the Simpsons.
Okay. You could have taken credit for it, but no, fucked up a perfectly good credit.
Anyway, yeah, thank you to our donatrions. If you'd like to become one, if you got some extra money for Christmas that you're trying to spend, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support and you can sign up there. Or if you're looking to get some Transmissions merch, you missed out. Oh, careful here, Daryl.
Almost fell out of my chair.
I think you need more practice with that sitting thing.
Charles is asking for people's Christmas money.
I know, right?
That's low.
That's something I would expect to do, not you.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just saying, if you're looking to spend it, there's no better way to spend it.
I'm not arguing.
If that's where we're going. If that's how this show's going, I guess okay. That donation you were going to put in the kettle, that the guy ringing the bell, don't do that. Send it to us. We'll take that. The leftover table scraps that you were going to give to the guy on the street corner, don't do that. Send them to us. We'll take that. That's how we're going, right? We're taking everything.
That's how we're going. Yes, Daryl, that's how we're going.
We
are Scrooge. We're working on Christmas. We're Scrooge. We are not being visited by the three ghosts, so we're continuing in our wicked ways, and we're forging those chains.
I got one hell of a fucking chain going. I ain't giving up on this thing. This has been going for a while. You just give up on this. This is a labor of love at this point.
Yeah, so to help us forge our chains of avarice, go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop and buy some merchandise from our TeePublic store.
Wow. Dropping the education bomb.
Give to us
big words
by buying from us.
Also, help out our friend K-Girl and her store at teepublic.com/user/superstark. We're asking for her because I'm sure she's too nice to ask for your Christmas money. But she still deserves it. If you, it should already be in your feed, but Empire of Rust episode 13 came out this week. This is the last episode of 2019. Puking Up C1. So another exciting episode where all the Transformers party, RPG party goes and does cool things, tries to solve the mystery of Cybertron first. makes a lot of friends and enemies along the way. So take a listen. Also, our Best of 2019 survey is still up. So go to transmissionspodcast.com/best of 2019. We are still we're still taking responses. We've got over 140 now. So keep filling in those responses if you haven't done it already. And until the new year, you've got time to make your choice known for what you think are the best toys and comics of 2019. And we will announce the results very early in the new year. So this is always it's always interesting and fun to see what people think of the Transformers over the last year. All right, so let's get into some toys for this last Transmissions of 2019.
Aww.
We are going to talk about something that the news came out a few weeks ago, and then we talked about it a little bit then, but we got last week we got a little bit more details on it. And no, we didn't talk about it last week because we had that big, huge info dump about the SGC show, and so we decided just to go with all that, and so everything just kind of got pushed back. But what we're going to talk about here is the Raiden Project, and one of the Takara Tomy designers was talking about it, and we got a little bit more info about this thing. So just a little bit, in case you don't know, Raiden is a Japanese exclusive figure from G1. It's made up of 6 train robots, and it's pretty cool, and they're doing a new one. So the speculation at the time when it was first announced was that, what is it going to be? Is it going to be a brand new one? Is it going to be a reissue? Because the reissues are pretty popular right now. Nobody really knew. But we've got some confirmation here that Raiden, the Japanese exclusive train combiner, is going to be confirmed, or is confirmed to be a Masterpiece figure. So we're going to have a Masterpiece combiner. Now, if this holds true, this will be the first official Masterpiece combiner. There was discussion back when Devastator came out that it didn't bear the Masterpiece moniker, but this was as close as they were going to do to a Masterpiece combiner. Takara Tomy apparently just said, hold my beer, I'm going to make a Masterpiece combiner out of trains. So there is no official release date yet. And so we're going to keep our eyes on this because it's a pretty cool project. Apparently, according to the designer, they want to bring real trains to the great train fan base in Japan. I wasn't aware that there was a huge fan base, but seeing the trains that they do get to use over there for their, crisscrossing the country on the high-speed trains and the maglev and all the supersonic stuff that they get to do is pretty freaking cool. So I can imagine that there's actually a pretty decent fan base for trains over there. And lastly, the project is being taken on by the senior Takara Tomy designers this time. So that's pretty cool. It's going to be good and high quality. You guys, anybody interested in this thing? Charles, you got any affinity for trains?
I like trains, sure. I mean,
all right.
The Raiden combiner is very cool. I mean, just the train set from the original G1 series. I mean, something we never got over here. I haven't collected it personally, but I mean, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with a Masterpiece version of this. I mean, yeah, first Masterpiece combiner. I'm curious if they're going to update the trains any. I mean, the Masterpiece line has been pretty focused on capturing the look from the 80s, like the original look of the characters from the 80s. So
yeah, I
wonder if since they talk about, wanting to satisfy train fans, if they're going to update the versions of the trains. I mean, I think they're all like bullet trains.
There's a couple older ones too.
Okay.
Flat-nosed ones, I guess, if you wanted to call them that. But yeah, no, we really don't have any information like that as to what trains will be included. And there are a bunch of different models, right? Like,
yeah, so I'm definitely curious. I don't know if I'll actually I mean, I have no idea how much this thing is going to cost. I imagine a Masterpiece combiner is going to be pretty hefty, but I'm curious. I mean, I'm keeping my eye out for this.
Yoshi, have you ridden on a train in Japan?
Not in Japan, not yet.
Okay.
I do ride a train to every Emerald City Comic Con.
Cool.
Take it from my backyard all the way to Seattle. Saves me driving. It doesn't transform.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
What would be your thoughts on a transforming train combiner?
I truly, truly wish Quattro was here because as a donor, Merry Christmas, Charles. He and I hang out quite often after these recording sessions just to shoot the shit while I set up the intros and stuff. And he is a big fan of the train Transformers and does go overseas to try and hunt them down and purchase them. This is his thing. This is what he collects. And it would be interesting to get his take on that. You know, I have to see it. There's so much potential here, Daryl, for wonderful gimmicks of actually including some track and make them wind up or battery powered so they go on the track and so on and so forth, and sound effects and stuff. But I want to commend Takara Tomy and Hasbro for not going right to masterpiecing Devastator, because all of us who just bought shouldn't say just, but the last Devastator that was fucking-normous would be pissed as hell right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure that was hard, because Devastator is an easy call to make. And I appreciate them not doing that right away. So this is interesting. I want to hear what people like Quattro have to say about it, just because they're such super fans of the train Transformers. And I hope that they don't skimp on the gimmicks.
Right on. Yeah, no, I think you're right. There's a lot of potential here, and yeah, we still don't know quite enough about it to really make a call. As we've commented before, the Masterpiece figures have definitely kind of risen in price recently, so it'll be interesting to see how expensive this thing comes out to. The original Raiden was made up of 6, as I believe I said earlier, 6 figures. So if it holds true, then that's an awful lot of figures to get. But there's potential. So we await some more information.
When are we going to see the first third party try to go against Takara here, or did the lawsuit against Unicron scare them away from trying to do that, do you think?
There's already a Raiden that's being done. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Off the top of my head, I want to say Zeta, but Zeta's the one that did the Unicron. But it could very well be them too. So yeah, it's interesting, and they've been doing it for, like, they've been making a Raiden for a number of years now. Mm-hmm. But I believe they kind of put a hold on it just because there really was no fan base for this thing. Obviously there's the diehards that know it, but there's probably 100 or so, 150 or so people that would be interested in getting something like this. It's expensive. It's going to be expensive. So they'd have to really kind of get the popularity of it up. And I don't know what the fan base is in Japan. It sounds like it's huge. So maybe there is one being worked on, but it definitely seems like Zeta is the company that's doing it. There are pictures out there if you search for them, though.
Okay.
Moving on, I do have one more quick topic, and this is just really fast. The 2019 Transformers Hall of Fame nominees are announced. I guess they're not nominees, are they? They are the winners of that. So the 2 characters that are being inducted into the Hall of Fame are Skywarp. G1 Skywarp is being inducted, and the favorite he was the favorite character. Now the favorite toy is actually 2019's War for Cybertron Siege Omega Supreme. That is being inducted into the Transformers Hall of Fame. And there you go. So that's pretty neat.
I'm a little bit. It's weird. Like for the favorite character, they have a lot of qualifiers there. It's like favorite G1 character from the inaugural 1984 G1 cartoon. It's like usually it's just a character. Like Hall of Fame's supposed to be like, forever, right? So
sure.
There's a lot of asterisks on Skywarp here. I don't know. It just seems weird.
It's an interesting one. Maybe they're pushing people to kind of decide what the next re-release is going to be. I don't know, but it's Skywarp was he really didn't have that much of an interesting part to play in the 84 series. But what kind of bearing do these things really have? So
I imagine we're and I don't know, but I imagine we're running low on inductees.
Well, all the big guys are taken.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so you start to pick from the leftovers. But that's it. That's all I got this week. Yoshi, what do you got?
Masterpiece 46, Beast Wars Blackarachnia. Look, I'm not a Beast Wars fan. Everybody that's listening to this knows that. But this figure really does look good and looks articulate and well-engineered. And based on these pictures, they're also very confident in this figure because they are not hesitating to show everything and anything about it. I think they're really proud of this thing, and it looks like they should be. What do you think, Daryl? I mean, this is just me looking at it as a non-Beast Wars fan, but everything about this says we nailed it.
Well, I mean, no person better to ask than the other non-Beast Wars fan. So
fucking Jeremy.
I say
I'm right here, guys. I'm right here.
Yeah, I agree with you that it doesn't look bad. I mean, if I wanted to nitpick, I could probably pick out a few parts of it that I'm not super fond of. But I mean, in spider mode, it looks pretty awesome. Robot mode, they nailed the face sculpt. That's perfect. Something about like Japanese designers and breasts. I know that the character had very punctuated features in the cartoon.
Don't hurt yourself, Daryl.
Hey, I'm trying hard here.
Oh, Jesus.
But these, I believe that these are very, they're out there. So,
perky.
There you go. So, I mean, it looks good for what it is, and it fits in with what they're doing. Like all the Beast Wars lineup, it starts to look pretty good. So, I think it looks good. It's not mine. I mean, that's not my style. But for whoever is buying the Beast Wars stuff, then this will probably fit right in. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm happy that the Beast Wars people are starting to get some figures. I wish that they'd produce as many G1s as they would Beast Wars, but we've had a good run. The G1 Masterpiece stuff has been coming out for a long time, pretty regularly. So, yeah, I can't really complain too much.
And we just got a new Optimus Prime nobody asked for.
It's true. And we got a Hound coming at some point here.
Well, I guess that, and we get to look forward to the next Hallmark ornament. Charles, I know Jeremy's not here, but what do you think?
I liked Beast Wars too. I just want to put that on the record. I watched Beast Wars. I enjoyed Beast Wars.
I don't know what you're
Beast
trying
Wars
to say.
was a friend of mine.
What are you saying?
Yeah, this is a good figure. I still think the spider mode leaves a little bit to be desired. Like the abdomen or thorax, whatever the back part of the spider mode is, looks very Ghibli. Like you can still see the legs of the robot mode in the back of the spider. Mm-hmm. So that's not great, but I think the robot mode is really well done. Very, very true to the cartoon, to the computer model. Yeah, so I mean, and it fits in well. I mean, they have a picture with all the other Beast Wars Masterpiece figures out there, so you can see how she fits right in with all the other guys, and it looks very much like it could almost be an image from the cartoon. The way these figures are really are very representative of how they looked in the cartoon. So I don't think there's anything you can complain about there. Yeah, like I said, the only thing I would say is the spider mode doesn't hold together quite as well. But the robot, I mean, you're probably going to display it in robot mode, so I think it's really well done.
All right.
I'm not paying the exorbitant Masterpiece prices for it, but for Beast Wars fans, I'm sure they'll enjoy this.
All right, there you have it. Charles, do you got something to close us out with, or are we just going to end the show now?
Yep, end the show.
Okay.
No, I do have something. First up, a very quick, just a quick note that the War for Cybertron Siege Battle Masters are the Wave 4 Battle Masters are out in stores at U.S. retail and probably Canadian retail too. If I heard from one of our fellow hosts here. But yeah, so this includes Rung. This Rung is one of the Battle Masters in Wave 4. So if you are interested in getting a Rung figure, go start looking at your Targets, your Walmarts, your Toys R Us's, your whatever other department store you've got nearby. And I am on the hunt for a Rung. I want a Rung.
You rang.
So yeah, that's and I am excited to get a Rung. So that's what I'm looking for.
Well, let your family know there's still 3 shopping days until Christmas.
No, we're recording this live, Yoshi. Remember, we're on Christmas Day.
Fuck! I've broken the illusion.
Anyway, I've got another toy topic. This is from our friends at Iron Factory, and they've got final product images for their Optimal Optimus figure. So this is EX43 Primal Commander. This is a Legends scaled Optimal Optimus from Beast Wars. So this is the third form of Optimus Primal when he got Optimus Prime, Spark, and the Matrix, and it mutated him into this orange and blue gorilla bot guy. And this Iron Factory figure actually looks really nice. Like it even looks, I think it looks better than the original Beast Wars figure. Like the modes look very distinct. The gorilla mode, actually the head of the gorilla mode has a moving mouth, which is cool. So it can you can have it like roaring in rage or whatever. And it looks very articulated, lots of different poses. It has the two, the plane and the tank modes. Those modes look really well done. I actually really like this figure. So, I don't know if, when we'll be seeing it, maybe we'll see it at the next TFCon, but this looks really cool. Daryl, what do you think about this figure?
I can't believe this is Iron Factory. This thing looks phenomenal. Yeah, it's really cool. So the thing is able to turn into all 3 modes and be completely posable, and it's legend scale.
Yep.
Yeah, this is just awesome. Yeah, these Iron Factory guys, all these legend scale designers, they know what they're doing. They're knocking it out of the park. It's awesome. I like it. It's really cool.
All right. Yoshi, I know you're not a Beast Wars guy, but what do you think of this figure?
This is where being a fan of a company supersedes being a fan of Beast Wars. Like, this thing is just awesome, and I like Iron Factory shit. You've got me addicted to Iron Factory shit. And I'm still trying. I'm sure I've lost my chance, but I hope that one day I will find the fucking Omega Supreme. But, they make me want figures I don't want, and I want this. So that tells you something. These things are they're done well and what they are, for what they are and what they've created. And I wish we did have friends at Iron Factory and that they were giving us samples to try and comment on, because that would be an easy, this thing's perfect. Every figure is perfect. They can't fuck up. They're all perfect. So yeah, I think this is cool.
All right. Those are my toy topics. So that will wrap up the toy segment. And so we are working on Christmas, but we're not working super hard. So we're actually going to skip the trips to the store segment this week. We just wanted to keep the show a little bit shorter so we can get it edited and up and ready for everyone.
We need a chance to open our gifts to be able to beat at whatever the fuck Daryl got. That's what it is.
Good luck.
Fuck you, man.
But we'll be and next week we will have a couple of clip shows. Jeremy's putting together some highlights from the last 6 years of transmissions. So we'll be back to regular shows in a couple of weeks. But we hope everyone has a safe, joyous holiday season, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, Ramadan, New Year's, all that stuff. We're going to close out with a little bit of feedback, and then we'll wrap it up. So on to feedback.
Okay. If you guys want to leave us feedback, head on over to transmissions.com/feedback. There you presented with oodles and oodles and oodles and oodles of ways to give us money, but also leave us feedback. So you should do both of those things. Today, we're starting off with Discord. The Duggernaut, longtime fan and supporter of the show, The Duggernaut, says, "Hey, Daryl. Thanks for making my wallet cry by telling me all about the new Iron Factory stuff coming out. Just to let you know, Iron Factory already released a Soundwave, but not a G1 styled one. They released a Soundwave vehicle in a pack with a Perceptor tank, a Ravage tank, a Laserbeak, and Buzzsaw shields with add-on weapons that make stands for them to be displayed to make them look like they are flying." Sounds like you're being corrected, Daryl.
I don't know. I think in the last episode I do remember saying something along the lines that I did remember there being something like this. I just wasn't sure about it. And Doug here is just showing me where the figures were that I kind of thought about. It was like their first figure. It's a long time ago. Might have actually been their third, actually, if I look at the number on it there, though. But yeah, it was Iron Factory a long time ago. So yeah, but thanks, Duggernaut. Duggernaut's a big fan of Iron Factory, Legends class altogether. So if anyone was going to correct me or figure out where I kind of went wrong there or missed, it was going to be Doug.
Well, thanks for sending that information in, Doug. Appreciate it. So our first voicemail comes from 4x11GD on Discord with some feedback on the SGC toy reveals last week.
Hi guys, John 4x11 Good here again. I just listened to the newest episode and you guys asked for some feedback on this convention that happened over in Shanghai. And I wanted to put in my few cents and talk about my favorite characters. It seems like there is an overabundance of Stenticons and Minosaurs, so most of them look really good, and I think they're going to turn out well. My favorite ones out of this, I like the Prime Ultra Magnus. I really like the fact that he's got the articulation enough to be able to pose with his hammer on his shoulder, and that might be one I might go and pick up. I haven't collected third-party toys yet, but these guys are making it look like it. Also, I am seriously thinking about getting the Turtles. For some reason, that is striking a right nostalgic chord with me. And of course, if you're going to get one, you've got to get them all. That's something, especially depending on cost, I may pick up all four of them just because you can't have one turtle by himself. So, anyhow, just wanted to say thank you again for such a great podcast, and hope you well in the next new year.
And thank you, John, for that feedback and letting us know what you thought of the show and all the well wishes. Daryl, I saw these things, but I haven't followed them. Are the turtle transformers getting a lot of traction? Are people really stoked about this?
Oh yeah. They're probably the most popular thing out of that show. The turtle ones gained popularity not only with the Transformers fandom, but the Turtles fandom. So they're going to be popular. As far as the other thing John mentioned, the Ultra Magnus, the Prime Ultra Magnus, the company that makes them is Iron Warrior, I believe, and the only other figure they've got out now is non-transforming. So I want to, and it is a Prime figure as well. So I would be a little bit hesitant about getting it unless you don't care about non-transforming. Then go nuts. But maybe wait to make sure that it is a transforming figure if that's what you're looking for, because it may just be a really cool looking action figure. But yeah, it's there's some really cool stuff from that show, and yeah, I'm glad that you're appreciating it, and you're looking for a way to jump into third party, John.
Now, Charles, we got one more voicemail from donor Will. Would you be able to play that for us, sir?
I will try. And actually, it looks like Will is listening right now in the live Discord chat. So
I told you I will not acknowledge anybody that came in after the show started.
All right. Well, I that's okay, Yoshi, because I will acknowledge them. So, Will, we're going to play your voicemail now. So thanks for sending it in.
If Will wanted to increase his donation while we're playing the voicemail, I might acknowledge him. Otherwise, I'm going to talk to him through you, Charles.
You're going to do the sitcom thing where you say, Charles, tell Will, blah, 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 blah.
You're fucking right, I am.
All right, here we go. Will's staying up late for this. It's 3 a.m. or something in the UK.
Would you
right
tell
now.
Will that because he couldn't show up with the rest of the class, his efforts are in vain?
No, I will not tell Will that. Let's
Fuck
play his
you,
voicemail.
Charles.
Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Will, one of your Donatreons. I just wanted to get in touch to, first of all, wish you a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. And also to say that I'm really glad that you've been a part of my 2019 re-Transformersing experience, because it was last Christmas that I got back into the IDW comics after a couple of years away, and ended up buying just hundreds of comics that I'd missed out on. Actually, I think it was since All Hail Megatron. That's about where I packed it in. It's also this year that I started collecting the figures again after selling them all a little while ago. And so your podcast has been a good guide through sort of getting back into those areas of the fandom. So I just wanted to show my appreciation by saying thanks for all your hard work. Love the podcast. I'll continue donating and listening through 2020. Hope you guys and all the other listeners, other Transformers fans, have a fab Christmas. All the best, you guys.
Now, don't you feel ashamed for bad-mouthing Will, Yoshi?
No. Will has to know when we start recording. I don't care what time it is for him. And this was the law that I set down. Check the website, Daryl. Make sure there hasn't been an increase in donations. But I appreciate that he found the podcast to be knowledgeable and to be helpful, to re-spurring his love for Transformers, for the plastic crack, for the thing that we all love and get together on time to discuss. And also, he should be thanked for voicemailing that in, because I like getting the voicemails. I don't know about you guys, but that's a lot less reading for me, and I appreciate it. But, you can tell Will thanks for the kind words, and happy Christmas to him, and a happy New Year.
Will, from all of us, happy Christmas and happy New Year.
Happy Christmas, Will.
And happy Boxing Day. That's a thing, right? In the UK and Canada?
I am not sure for the UK. I don't know how it works for the UK, but I'm going to assume yes. Yoshi, Will says he still loves you.
Charles, you can tell Will there's no love loss. I have made a promise to the other people who give us money in the Discord that I won't acknowledge anybody that comes in after the start of the show. This is just what I'm doing today.
You made this up today.
I understand.
you made up this rule today.
I made up Yoshi's list way back in the day too. I can make up shit. This happens.
All right. This is a very
it's just a today rule. It's just a today. I won't do it again. This is just I'm trying it on for size. Clearly it doesn't fit, but I have to stick to it.
All right. I think we're gonna sign off here. To everyone else, everyone out there, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. All those holidays, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Diwali, Ramadan, Festivus.
You're going to insult
Just
somebody
celebrate.
by not bringing them all up, Charles. So Google it and let's get it over with.
Just whatever you celebrate, have fun and enjoy yourself, and be nice to other people. Everyone can get behind that. So, all right, Solstice. There's one I forgot. Merry Christmas, everyone. Goodbye.
Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Feliz Navidad. Later.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this episode of Transmissions. But just because this episode is over doesn't mean the Transformers fun has to stop. Join us and other Transformers fans on our Discord chat server by visiting transmissionspodcast.com/discord. If you would like to learn more about how you could support the Transmissions podcast, just visit transmissionspodcast.com/support. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again next week. Nothing like phoning it in to get it done.
No, I like that. That was good.
All right, Daryl, take it away.
All right. Are you good for your solo one after that?
I think I'll do mine later. I don't think I'm going to do the rest right now.
Oh, you're not prepared. Okay.
No, I am not prepared.
You didn't sound like you weren't prepared.
Okay, Yoshi, I guess I'll start and you can jump in whenever, say whatever you want.
All right, boss.
I don't know. Whatever. No script. No script.
Not like we haven't done that before. I refuse to acknowledge anybody else that listens after here on out who comes into the chat while we're doing. Yes. Jeremy, are you ready?
Oh. Crickets.
Yeah, I am.
Terrible Jeremy impression.
I'm ready to go. Oh, no. Oh, XSplit just crashed.
Your Jeremy impression is improving.
Why is my soundboard not working? I'm Jeremy. I'm Mr. Audio Problem.
Well, we got some good outtakes now. Do.
Fucking Jeremy. I might just have to spend the night at your house in your new fucking manor for a few weeks just to get the joy back in my life.